Let's kick off the show with the investment in the agricultural sector. This time, the Lagos State Governor, Babajide Sanwo, has commissioned the mid-level agro-produce hub in Agege, describing the facility as a major component of his administration's efforts towards building a more efficient, affordable, and resilient food system for the state. Speaking during the event, Governor Sanwo said the food hub was built to ensure a direct farm-to-table supply chain to cut out middlemen, curb food spoilage, and lower consumer costs. Please take a look.
And the benefit of our citizens. Thank you very much.
A new fresh food hub has been officially unveiled in Agege, marking the latest milestone in Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu's push to transform food security and ease agricultural trade across Lagos State. The buzzing facility in the heart of Agege takes center stage, drawing top government officials, royal fathers, and key agricultural stakeholders to celebrate its grand inauguration.
Food security is not an abstract concept. It is about whether families can access wholesome and affordable food, whether farmers can provide profitable markets, whether traders can operate in safe and organized environments, and whether young people can find meaningful opportunities within agricultural value chain. For Lagos, with its enormous population and dynamic economy, building a resilient food system is not optional, it is imperative. That is why we commend the Lagos State government for this strategic investment in modern agro-food infrastructure. The fresh food model strengthens the connection between farmers, aggregators, traders, distributors, consumers, and while improving the handling, storage, and movement of agricultural produce. The experience of the existing fresh food hub at Idioro Mushin has demonstrated the tremendous economic potential of this model. Its expansion to Agege is therefore not merely an addition of infrastructure, it is the deliberate establishment of a strategic economic platform capable of strengthening food distribution, stimulating commerce, and creating opportunities across agricultural value chain. There could hardly be a strategic location for this investment. Agege is a community of enterprise. We are strategically positioned as a major commercial and transportation corridor connecting communities and markets across Lagos and beyond. For generations, our people have demonstrated resilience, entrepreneurship, ingenuity, building businesses from model beginning into sources of livelihood for families and communities. This fresh food hub adds another important dimension to that economic identity. For farmers, it means better access to markets. For traders, improved business infrastructure. For distributors, a more organized supply chain. For consumer, easier access to fresh produce. And for young people, opportunities across logistics, retail, processing, storage, transportation, technology, and wider agricultural value chain.
As the third facility of its kind, this specialized hub is strategically designed to curb post-harvest losses, streamline logistics, and preserve fresh produce quality right at the community level.
The thinking behind these controlled hubs also goes beyond food distribution. We are trying to deal with some of the problems that have become almost inseparable from the way food is traditionally traded in a city like Lagos. The amount of food we lose because of poor handling and inadequate storage, the traffic congestions created when food trading and logistics compete for already limited road space, and the conditions under which many of our traders have had to conduct their businesses. By bringing these activities into properly designed spaces, we can manage waste better, organize loading and offloading, provide a cleaner and more dignified trading environment, and begin to bring a largely informal food economy into a more organized and visible system without taking away the enterprise and commercial relationships that make our markets work. Mushin gave us our first opportunity to see the middle-level hub operating in practice and subsequently demonstrated the versatility of having organized food infrastructure already in place. During the period of significant food inflation in 2024, It provided the platform from which we piloted the food subsidy intervention that eventually became the Onje Eko food discount market across 66 locations simultaneously in Lagos. Today, Agege becomes another important node within this network. The infrastructure is only one part of what we are presenting today, because alongside, we have also developed a 351-page operating framework that sets out how the hubs will function. Produce will move into the hub through farmers, aggregators, processors, suppliers, and bulk dealers, and from there, through commissioned agents, retailers, and institutional buyers, to the consumer, with cold and dry storage, providing the ability to preserve produce where immediate sale is neither necessary nor desirable. Around that flow, we have established a governance framework covering operator selection, produce receiving and quality control, storage and inventory management, sanitation, waste management, and the active use of trading spaces. As produce moves through the hub, the same system will progressively give us better visibility of what is coming in, where it is coming from, the volumes moving through the facility, what is being stored, and where losses are occurring.
The development of the project framework was achieved through a partnership with the Origin Tech Group, working with the government to translate the state's food systems vision into the physical infrastructure required to support aggregation, storage, logistics, wholesale, and retail distribution. Community leaders and Agege representatives applaud the state government, hailing the project as a catalyst for local economic development.
Is
going to give a lot of market folks an opportunity to do their business in a structured environment. And we thank you for this. We cannot thank you enough. Agege is foremost. When you eventually review this project and you see what is turning over from here compared to other places, and you see how peaceful the operations there will be, I'm sure, Mr. Governor, sir, you will think, why
Governor Sanwo emphasizes that the facility aligns directly with the state's broader agricultural master plan, driving seamless market access and building an integrated food distribution network.
The middle-level agro-produce hub is not just another market, and it's far from more than another piece of infrastructure. It is a working capital as one of the most ambitious undertaking of our administration. We knew from the get-go that we don't have the size of the land, we don't have the ability to truly produce what our people will feed on and will eat on. But the complete transformation of the systems by which a mega city of getting close to 25 million people will be fed, you know that it has to be an idea and a conversation that is very serious. So why does this matter so profoundly? Because food is not one sector amongst many. Food touches every household in the state, every single day. Food, they say, it shapes the cost of living and the welfare of family. The health of our children is dependent on how healthy they are, and the productivity of our workforce is also dependent on how we can give them food at affordable and achievable rates. Feeding Lagos is not a production challenge alone. It is a systems challenge. It is not enough to grow more food. We must aggregate it better. We must move it faster. We must store those food better. We must process those food better, and we must be able to finance them better. We must regulate better, and we must trade better. At the summit of this architecture stands the Lagos Central Food System and the Logistics Hub in faraway Ketu Erinyu in Ekpe, the flagship food infrastructure project of this administration. We say boldly that we were very audacious, we were very intentional about that project, and I'm happy that that project is becoming a reality, and the hub will be commissioned before the end of this administration. After Agege, I think it's important for me to mention that the construction we're having at Okwebi has gone to advanced stage. They are all different shapes, but I think it's about this size. We're also building one in Bombata in Lagos Island. Hello to the islanders. We're going to Ikorodu. We're building one in Ikorodu as well. We're going to Festa, but we didn't find enough land in Festa, so we'll go to Apapa, and we're building one in Apapa. I hear that my Badagry people are complaining that we need to come to Badagry. So give us land so that we can also get to Badagry. Food security and food safety must advance from hand to hand. In protecting the consumer at the end of the day, we're also creating what investors will price above all of this: a predictable, transparent, and investable environment for every participant in that value chain.
The food hub will also cater for food value chain actors in Lagos State.
We have dry store areas that will take about 800 tons of dry foods, and we have the cold store areas that will take about 300 tons of wet food. We have the dry areas, we have the cold section, which also caters to the fisheries and aquaculture section. So as much as possible, we are trying to cater to the food value chain actors, red meat to poultry to fisheries. They are all here. And so we expect that the good people of Agege will enjoy this for years to come. And this is one of the dividends that Mr. Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu's administration is bringing to the good people of Agege. You have bulk dealers who should bring in the food items in bulk for the retail vendors to buy from them and sell. So instead of a retailer trying to negotiate in another market, bringing in food in piecemeal to sell here, you already have bulk dealers seated here. All the retail vendor just has to do is dress up, make up, carry his or her bag or briefcase and come to work. And they take from the wholesalers and bulk dealers, they go on the trading floor, display their items, sell. There's a facilities management team that will cater to managing the facilities of the hub. So be it water, be it sanitation, food disposal, food waste, all of that will be general services taken care of by the facilities maintenance.
Sprawling across 7,000 square meters, featuring a massive 4,000 square meter trading floor built to accommodate up to 400 vendors, the facility also has a parking space with electric vehicle charging points. Agege Middle-Level Modern Food Hub is set to open its doors to traders within 6 weeks, injecting fresh economic vitality into the state.